Hey, what's up guys? It is AT here. Welcome back to another tech video. Today is just going to be a little bit of a tutorial on how to clean a dirty mechanical keyboard. If you ever wanted to clean your keyboard and didn't know how to or didn't know what to do, I'm going to show you in this video step by step how to do it. It is pretty safe and easy way. And if you guys want to check out the original video by Azper, this is the original creator who created where I got this method from. I just kind of modified some things a little bit. It's pretty much the same thing, just doing it with this keyboard right here. But this is my old keyboard. It's not my cousin's keyboard, and he just wanted it to get cleaned. As you can see there, the keycaps are a little dirty, and when I open this thing up, you will see that the insides where the switches are at, it gets a little bit dusty and a little bit of dirt as well. We live in an area where it can get really dusty, so all you're gonna need is a keycap puller. So just get the keycaps out. That's pretty much all you're gonna need to get to disassemble the keyboard. As you can see here, just getting all the switches out or the keycaps out and making sure that we can get the keyboard nice and pretty much naked so that we can clean the insides of it pretty much, and then clean the keycaps separately as well. So you just want to get them all out, and like I said, I'll show you here. It can get pretty dirty, as this keyboard shows right here. And just from natural, if you're ever at gaming, we eat when we game, or just in general when we're at our workstation, that can happen. So the first thing you're gonna do, get some Dawn soap or any kind of soap that you can use when you wash like dishes or something. And then you want to get like a pretty decent sized bowl. You want to put a little bit of the Dawn soap in there, or the soap, and get some lukewarm water. You don't want to get it too hot or too, to the point where it can actually melt the keycaps or make them like a little bit, dissolving. So you just want to make it so that it's just warm enough. You fill the bowl there. Now, once you get the bowl filled up with the soap and the water, all you're going to do is start just putting all the keycaps in there, making sure that you get all your keycaps, because you want to make sure you get a nice thorough clean. So just make sure you get all your keycaps in there, and you want to make sure you get a big size or decent sized bowl so that they all fit in there pretty decently. I had this one just laying around in my kitchen. And as you see here, I'm also just kind of mixing them together. You want to do that for like a couple minutes. And once you are done with that, you do want to just leave it aside for about, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes, just laying in there. And while you do that, you can just head over to your keyboard as well and get some sort of brush. I got like this little painter's brush that I had just laying around. It is a little thicker, so it can get a little hard to get in between the switches, but you just want to start going through your keyboard and making sure that you get all that dirt and all that just the extra stuff that's laying around that you can actually move with your hands, that's not stuck to the keyboard. And just try to get it all out. As you can see there, I'm just making sure that everything is just getting off. You really kind of want to go a little bit hard in between to make sure you are getting everything out. And as you can see here, after my first brush through, it's pretty decently clean compared to the first time I showed you guys. As you can see there, there's a little bit, some spots that I have, but we will fix this later. But you just want to go and do it through first time. Then you want to get something like a Q-tip is what I used, and you want to just dump it in a water, not too much. You just lightly dab it and just start going around in between the switches and actually start cleaning it with water. Dump it in water, as I forgot to say, but you want to make sure you do this. You could use like alcohol, I guess, as Azper says in his video. Sometimes it's not the safest option. Water's perfectly fine. It worked fine for me as well, so I think it's probably the best option. You can always use like baby wipes too, I'm sure. And as you can see there, I went through a second brush, and this is the end result of that second brush with the Q-tips. And as you can see, it looked very, very clean and much better. And then you want to go back to your keycaps in your bowl, and you just want to start actually putting water in the bowl again, like lukewarm water. And you actually just want to do that until all the soap is gone. So as you can see there, the soap bubbles are out, but once you finish, it should be all gone. As you see here now, pretty much no soap bubbles, and all my keycaps are trying to escape, which is a no-no, but you get the point there. And you want to just bring it over to like a towel station and get a rag, and just start individually cleaning them, like drying them off. This is the little part that's a little tedious, but it's well worth it just because you make sure that it's nice and dry. And once you dry it, you just want to set it face down where the keycap, like if you have it on your keyboard. And yeah, as you can see here, and you can do a little dab method. So I take it out, dab the water out, as you can see there, and then with towel I actually do the same thing. I just dab it on the towel as well. I didn't show it here, but that's what I did after. And you just want to do this for all the keycaps, of course. What I would probably recommend to actually help it go a little faster is that I would actually probably empty out the water bowl, is what I would do. Empty out the water bowl so that the keycaps are completely in a more dry environment, as right here they're still wet when they're coming out. So yeah, and you want to leave it for a couple hours. I left it for 3. I actually ended up leaving it longer because I was just playing games and I lost track of time. But you just want to leave it there for a couple hours to make sure they're dry. And I came back and they were well dried, and so you just start putting them back in place. Make sure, if you don't know your keyboard layout, you take a picture of your keyboard before so that you know your layout, and so that you have no problem with putting the keycaps and try to remember where everything goes. Luckily I have a pretty good memory on where most of this stuff goes. As you can see, that I was like thinking a little bit. I was like, what should I do next? But you get the idea. You just want to make sure you know where everything goes so that everything fits perfectly fine. And if you have a keyboard that comes with a wireless cable or that can detach, I would probably remove that when you're doing that and cleaning it. But there's the end result, guys. It is not bad at all. Very, very much better result. And my cousin was very happy with it. It's very clean, and it's just a simple thing that you can do while maintaining your keyboard. It's really simple. It takes a little long in terms of the drying process, but I think it's well worth it. As you can see here, this was the before pretty much, and then the after, which looks well better. I'm sorry for the lighting. Lighting was a little hard to put, but I will get better lighting. But thank you guys so much for watching for this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one.